Hello everybody, how are you? Welcome back. My name is Iris Smith and I'm from the Flower Patch, where we make beautiful artificial arrangements from wreaths to things for home decor and much more. Right, I did a video this morning on a request from a lovely lady called Carol from Texas, and I did say I'm going to do another video after. So that was the first video, was about how to attach and make a bow to a wreath. Right, so I'm going to do a sunflower wreath today with some daisies. I'm not putting too much floral in, that's not like me, but we're going to see how it turns out. On this occasion again, I have pre-made my bow, and they are 5.5 inch loops, and I've used the 2.5 inch ribbon with some beautiful daisies on, and I've used the Deco Web ribbon and some Hessian and some beautiful gold frilled or frayed trimmed ribbon as well. So that is what we're going to apply, and I'd like that to be applied on our bow up above today, not on the side, up above. So that is already made. Right, what I've got out, we're going to go through. I've still got some bits of boxwood that I need to go through. Now I found these as well. It was tangled up with something, and I didn't spot them when I cleared my buckets out, and I can tell that they've been there for ages because I've got twine on them. That's what I used to tie them up with. So I know I've had these a long time, so I thought I've spotted them, mingled in with some of the ruscus. So I've also got, now these are wisteria leaves. I have placed a few, not many, on their own picks. I thought I could add these in with the movement, how they hang on a pick, and place those in our arrangement today as well. Now I have got some small leaf willow in like a grey olive colour, and I thought they could look pretty. I have also got out the long stem willow, some of my oddments, and I thought I could mix them together. Who knows, we'll see if they look right or not. Actually, I brought 2 of those willows out. I've also got some Boston fern from the company Leaf, and I have got, these were 95 centimetre stems as well, guys. And but I thought I've got to cut them down, they'll fall out my bucket. So I've cut the stem mainly down, and I thought I could also incorporate some of those as well. Aren't they pretty? So I've gathered some more of my ficus up with white on, my variegated one. So I thought, again, here we go. We've got to start getting rid of them again. I told you, as soon as I start to get rid of them, they start collecting again. So I've got out some of our salam, maybe as filler foliage, I'm not sure, we'll see. And I've got out some also bay leaves as well for maybe filler. And I've also got this out for filler as well, so which has also got a twine on, which I did know about that, I spotted that, but that was, I just placed those back in as they were, so we could use those also. And I have taken out and chopped some off of the stem or the bunch, some rubbery textured fern. Again, guys, there's a lot of foliage here, but I may not use it all. It all depends on what I think looks better or nice. I have got out, but my sunflowers I'm using today are the cream coloured ones, and hence the reason I've gone for the colour of the bow. Aren't they just pretty? And I must admit, I do like the deep red ones as well. So I thought we could add some of those in also. And I thought, why not again add some of our Queen Anne's lace to give it that little bit of extra interest and contrast against all the other elements. I also have got, because of the colour of the sunflowers, just some baby chrysanthemums that I may dot about, where they've got their own little bit of a daisy on and their own foliage as well. And then I've got out a small bunches of little daisies that I may want to place around, with us having daisies on our bow, place around the edge or something like that. But at the same time, I've got out the bigger ones just in case the smaller ones don't look right. I'm trying to back myself up with things today. And also, I've had these, and I went through a phase where I adored these guys and I just couldn't get enough of them. You will know them as a honesty plant or a stem, or some people know them as a money plant. Oh gosh, and these do tangle up. Let me just part them. Oh my good gracious me. But that's what you may know them as. I forgot the correct botanical name, but I've got quite a few. There we have it. And of the colour of the same as the sunflowers, I thought they could add a nice texture. So yes, the money plant, or honesty as they call it. So that's what we've got today. I have got oddments out as I do for backup, where I've got filler foliage. I've got this in the green, I've got it in the white, and also, oh, it's caught in the white. And then I've got out some, oh, I see, I keep doing this, either heather or no, lavender or astilbe. I can't make my mind up. I've got out some eucalyptus cinerea, some of my yellow calla lilies, and also the anthuriums as well. All for backup, guys, because I'm determined. I don't want to keep walking away. I've got to stay where I am, so I've got to use what we've got. I keep saying that to myself. So I've brought things at the side of me, so I haven't got to try and walk away. So that is what we're going to do. Now, I'm going to do this with the bow slightly different today. I'm just going to leave space for the bow instead of attaching it straight away. So I've had a look, and I need, obviously, around here to here, free for the bow to sit. So I'll keep it in mind and keep, measuring it, so we know that we're not going out of the, covering the area where we need the bow. So let's get using our ficus for the back of our arrangement. And I've got all the longer sizes this time. So we're going to go. So let me just measure where I'm going to go with the bow. So here I'm going to place the first one. This wreath is quite tight. So that's that side. This is how I measure, apart with the first ones, where I want to place my bow if I'm placing the bow on last. So, hi, hon.
Oh, Jared's here.
Oh, okie dokie. So that is that. And then the other one will be around here. So I can now remove my bow. Place my finger there, so I'll keep that in mind. So that should be enough room for our bow to go in. So to double check it again, let's just hold one of the loops. There we have it. So I can't put no floral here. I could put in some more foliage nearer the end once I've attached the bow, underneath and around maybe the back. Or I could place some in around the back now, but leave the gap at the front. So let's do that. Let me just push it in a little bit. Do the same here, like that. So I must remember that these two here, or where these two in the centre are, the bow will sit there, and they're the stopping point where the loops go are on the outside. I've got quite long ones in here, guys. That's unusual for me. I'm usually sorted through. So I wasn't sure whether to make another bow at the bottom as well, so I may still do that. I'm looking for the shorter ones before I start chopping into the longer ones. And if I did a bow at the bottom, then I would do it slightly smaller. With those being the bow on the 5-inch, I would perhaps go to 4-inch for the bottom. Or I just may do a few with a few loops, and that would be that. I may do that instead. There's different ways. Cut that one down a little. Bring another one down here. Like that. Just lift that up a little bit. Oh, it's much easier putting foliage in at the, at the back. I think there's a gap there. So I may just put this little piece in. Just to cover that little gap area. There. Right, let me just have a quick look. Right, before we go any further, you see, I said I didn't want to walk away, guys, but when you get ideas popping in your head, oh, it's a nightmare. I've got to think which ribbons I had now. I was using, just bear with me, guys. Where's those flowers? Oh, it's there. Flower, that one. I think that one, yeah, that size. And where's it gone? Where's it gone? Right, so what I'm going to do, I know this is like stopping midway, because I've come up with that, I'll do it in my hand quickly. This is the roll end, so we should be okay. Just do a dovetail. What I'm going to do is just do just one loop of each. Then I went for this one. So that's all I'm going to do, is just do a loop of each one. So just bear with me, guys. Then I went to this one. Then I went back to this. Oh, let me turn that one over. And I'm just doing all the loops in my hand, getting the tie wrap, was cable tie. I'm not pulling it tight at the moment. Again, I'd like to just maneuver or manipulate them. Just cut that. Right, and all I want to do is basically keep my tail ends at the bottom. And then just fan out my loops like that. So now I'm happy with that. I will pull it tight, cut the wire, cable tie, twist with the ribbon, and then fluff it back up. Trying to do this quite at my normal speed, just so we can get it on. And I just want, oh, I've just stuck it in my hand. Like that, so we can have that little one there. So I'm going to attach that one straight away. So I'm just going to go through the centre. Like I say, this is a new wreath and it's quite tight. Let me just take this off the hooks, guys, so I can see where it's heading. There, I can see a bit of a light through that one. There we go. Excuse me, this is just a quicker way to do it, so there's no messing. I don't usually do it like that, because again the wire can snap. Tuck it into the back of the wreath, and there you have just a one loop. I know you see two there, but I placed the deco web ribbon on in two different, one near the bottom and one at the top, so hence the reason I put it on twice. I'm copying how many times or what ribbons I had. So I'll sort these out at a later stage, the tail ends. So let's just get those. Put the pins back in. Where's that other pin? I've just seen a pin. Oh, there. That didn't have one on. I think that had elastic band around it. So there we go. So that's just to add that onto it. Sorry about that, guys, for that quick decision, that changing heart again. And then when we place our bigger one on, that will sit there, and we will sort these tails ends out also at the end once I attach it. But just to have two there. So I can now see where I can go with my ficus at the bottom. Again, I'm just looking for smaller pieces. So we can place one here, under there. Oh, if you can hear a noise, guys, it's my cats. My husband's let them out. Let's just turn it. Let's have a look. Right. So for now, we'll put the ficus aside. Or maybe that rubber band was for the ficus. Oh, silly me. Yes, it was. So that is our ficus. Oh, I say, what a wonderful day. Everything's... I'll just place that there. Right, now we've got our willow. So let me just cut a stem off and have a look where I can cut it again. So there. So just manipulate it, just bend it. I want to incorporate those in and around this edge as well. Can you hear it, guys? Can you hear the cats? The thing is, I don't know what's up there for them to run around. They're crazy. And that one, the one who runs around is Mika. Oh my goodness, I've just said my old cat's name who's no longer around. My little baby. Now, she was my baby. She was really spoiled. So that's that one. Again, I'm just dotting these, well, not dotting them, but placing these around the back as well. Gosh, this wreath is tight. Oh my goodness. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. Oh, Sandra, happy anniversary. I wish your husband a happy birthday from me. I hope you had a great day and you had a lovely time away. We had dry weather this weekend. So my husband and myself, garden, we decided let's go and potter about in the garden. Get things started ready again. And then we got up this morning and it was raining. Back to the normal weather. I am putting a bend in these stems just so it looks more natural. Oh, an update on my neighbour, guys. He's okay. He's back home. His family members couldn't get to go and fetch him, so I went to fetch him. I was, you know, I don't mind. I will help anybody, me. So I went to fetch him. He was still in a bit of pain, but he got the medication that he needed to take that awful pain away that he was getting. And I walked him into the house, sat him down, got him comfortable. And his son was there, he was making him something to eat. And then I left him with his son. Yes, I'm very close to him. Many years ago, about 15 years ago, when we moved on to this house, he was the gentleman. Him and his wife, who sadly is no longer around, were the first people to say hello and welcome us to the street. And ever since then, I've never forgot that, ever. Me and his, every time I used to get up in the morning when his wife was around, I used to look out my bedroom window. She'd be sat at her, because she was an early riser, she'd be sat at her window having her breakfast, and she'd see me open the window, and we'd both wave to each other. But it wasn't just a wave where, oh hi, I can see you. It was an acknowledgement that she was okay. That was what it was. We came to that arrangement, so, you know, I just wanted to make sure she was okay. So by waving, I knew she were. And if I didn't get a wave, I was straight over there for her. Lovely lady. I'm just adding some of the long stem willow in, but I'm not adding as much. I'm just placing just some and having, I need to turn that around. I don't know. For this, I'm going to place one there, so one there. I'm going to place about 5 or 6 in. That's all. So where I've placed that one, I will place one here. Like that. One, two. Guys, I don't know why this is so tough. Can't remember where I got it from either. That one. I'm going to place one just underneath the ribbon at the bottom. That's enough of those. Now I've got, take the band off. I have to keep reminding myself, take the band off, take the band off. As you can see, I haven't got all of these on single stems. I wanted to leave some on the double. So when I chop them, I've left some. So I can spread them. Oh, that one's still attached. They come attached to each other. I don't know, it makes me think I should have placed it on a pick because it's, that one is following that. So I've done some on picks. You'll see what I mean, because if it's on a single pick, it tends to do what you say. You haven't got to. excuse me, it looks like I'm fighting with this wreath. It's so tough. I do want one up there though. I'll place a single one up there. It's weird how some of the plastic comes off as you're pushing it in. So, I may put these on their own picks as well. That's one. Two. Let's just cut those. And again, I'm just trying to balance it by bringing some down here as well. By bringing the same foliage, you know, around. It balances it out. Beautiful. And I'm not making these flat, I'm letting these stick up slightly because we're going to be having the flowers in it again. That's bothering me. That's better. So, that is our fern. Right, let's try some of our Boston fern for different. Now this, I've noticed, I didn't know when some of it's not wired to the tip. So we're going to have to try and work with it. Like extra little pieces of different texture. It's quite got nice movement. Yeah, it's got lovely movement. Oh, I've just stabbed myself. I've just placed my hand where it shouldn't have been. And it's come out here, so let me cut that. That's what can happen to your customers, guys. So always be aware. Nice, that one. One more. There's one by itself here. We'll place that in as well for movement. See, I've just seen where some of, there we go. So that's what we've got at the moment. So we'll keep those there for now. Gosh, I can't believe I found this. I'm going to bring these in shorter. So I'm going to bring them in a bit closer. I don't want everything on the outer level or layer. So bring these in. Gosh, some have got 4 on. 3, 4, 4, 2, 3. I know when I used to order it a lot, it was quite bushy. Really bushy. I think I may put... Need something still around where the bow's going to go. On the inner side. Bring that there. I don't always, I mean, majority of the time I like to cut down things and get the most use out of them. But there is occasions where I don't. Like this, it's got 4. I could make 4 single picks out of it, but I'm choosing not to because I like the way it's situated, how it's placed, you know, within the main stem of it. It gives that fullness as well. Just bring that. Yeah, we've also got our, oh, they sit lovely as well. Wisteria. Wisteria. Was it wisteria? Goodness. I want those pointing slightly up as well. I just decided, well, I'm going to take a few off and I'm going to use them and put picks on for movement. Add something, you know, a little bit different without the actual flower with it, because I'm not wanting that flower itself, but I do like the movement of the leaf. So I thought, let's add these in as well. That's nice, even though it just flops down because there's no wire in the actual stem where the leaves are attached. But I think that gives it on this quite nice. It's like when the bow comes, that will probably just flop near the bow, and who knows, guys. But we'll make it look pretty. 2 left. I'm going to bring 2 down here. Or do I bring? Yeah, I need it down there to balance it. Oh, is that my cat? Hope not. He has been glued to me this weekend. When I went on the garden, oh my goodness, he followed me everywhere. He was even playing around with stones on the garden while we were out there. So that's with that. I'm going to leave this bit of foliage, the salal and that, for a bit later. So I'll just place a band around all of those. Place those with that bow. Right, I want to add in our sunflowers. So, take the band off, Iris. Oh, right. They've even got thorns on. Oh, that's a bit of a wobbly head. Right, let's get that glued. Just wipe off any excess glue. There we go. Oh, I hope they're all not like that, because I've not used these yet. Oh God, that is. No, that's okay. That's okay. Sort of okay. So let me do the same to this one. That one. There we go. So, again, taking into consideration our bow. So that, if I just hold that on, it's going to be there, like that. So I want one. I may put one up there behind the bow. Two. Did you see that? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what I mean, guys. So I'm just going to wrap that around there while I just place these in. And let's have a look how long I'd like them. Because I don't want to see them flat like that. I want to have some volume with them. So I want them out at least like that. Around like that. Yeah. So let's see where to cut. There. So let me cut 3 or 2. Right, I'm going to put one at the top first where the bow is. So now I can see where the bow is going to sit. So that would go about there. Again, I've not fastened the bow on, I'm just leaning it. So then I want one at 2 o'clock, or as you're looking at it, yeah, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So let me just turn this around to place it in at 2 o'clock, guys. Just going to cut that a little bit smaller. I'm keeping the leaves on here. Again, they're not push-ups, but I'm keeping them on for the extra little bit of foliage in the arrangement, or in our wreath. That's that. And then 4. We'll put that one. 4 o'clock. Oh, I've just caught my ribbon. I'll wait till it's dry. I think instead I may just cut that little bit off. And then the last one at 8 o'clock. Like that. The deep red sunflowers are beautiful for an autumnal look. Absolutely beautiful. I got those I think out of range. Excuse me guys, I'm just having a cuppa. Even though my husband's bought me one in, let me grab that and put that on my hot plate. Let's get that warmed back up. Oh, warmer. Let's switch it on really hot. There we are. So, you see, I wanted to bring some of these in. I put some on single picks as well, or maybe around the sides. That's what I wanted to do with those. Now with the Honesty plant or stem, let me just cut that off. I put some of these in a nice vase in my living room. They are beautiful, very effective. Just three stems by themselves like that, and I've crossed them over and put them in a big vase and just left them. I feel like I'm moving away. Left them stood in a vase like that, and just obviously manipulated them, and they're a lovely effect. So where you see the sunflowers, I want to place, in fact I may cut that short, so if I just hold it around like that, and that's what I want to do with that. I want to see about these small daisies as well. Take the band off. They're on the outer side, I can see that straight away, and they are push-ups. I'm going to get these in. I may put some actually on the inner side. And do it that way as well. Okay, you can have them all down like that, different heights, or as I say, when I do wreaths, I like to push things up to the top. So the foliage on there will be seen and not hidden at the bottom. But on this occasion, I want to bring these around the edge. Let me just check if that's my cat. I can hear something. No? No, can't be then. So, when I say I'm going to place them, I'm going to come in here. Place them on the outer side like that. Again, just push them up. So in between each of the sunflowers. Like that. This is a spring, summertime wreath. Oh, I can't get this in. There we go. Oh my gosh, that was hard. I was going to put some nail polish on my stubbies guy. Well, I won't say stubbies, they've grown. I've allowed them to grow. Oh, they do irritate me. I was going to put some on, but then I thought, gosh, every time I get glue on my fingernails, I'll just be peeling it back off. So I couldn't see the point. Unless there's some magical nail polish out there that literally doesn't come off if you get glue on your fingers. I just thought about having a change, but then I just get irritated. All the good intentions to have nice nails, but then about a day or two after, oh, it's unbearable. I just can't bear it. I place another one here. And then one here. Place one up here as well. And I'm going to place the last one, because I don't want it to be an ornament, at the bottom. Or I could incorporate that in the bow. Yeah, I might do that. Let's stick it in the centre of the bow. I love to place little things in the bows. Let's make sure it sticks. It just hangs out. Even though I've not put the bow in, as of yet. So, I'll save those again, but then I've got my Queen Anne's lace. I also want to place in the bigger daisies but in a bit more depth, but not sticking out as much. So that's what we're going to do with these. Let's get a few. Oh, they do tangle, guys. Sure, I placed some on picks. Right, let's just use these to start with. Save these for stems, for anything else. just see, where do I, so we go here. And again, these are just at, I think that needs to be shorter. It's just too long. Again, I want it as depth. Can't see where that finishes. Gosh, I'm all glued. So then that there. I will turn it around, guys. I just want to place them in. A nice summery feeling. Please bring two down here where the smaller bow is. As well. And again, I will be placing in our filler. Right, so I'll place those in. Like that. Again, I've got my Queen Anne's lace that I'd like to bring in. I've got 5 out, I think. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 5. So I could place those as well. As you can see, triangle. By placing that in, then that gives that a triangle or that a triangle. And again, I need to get these in and around as well. And these, I could put those on their own picture now. Oh, mind you, that's nice. We'll see. We'll see. Coffee. So let's have a look at our chrysanthemums. I think we could bring those out to have a bit of colour on the outer side. Keep that without a minute. Just have the single ones. I did 9. So let's see how far I'd like those to sit. Oh, that's all about right stem. I may not need to cut these. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bend them so they are intermingled or joining in with the foliage on the outer side. Even though they're placed further in, I'm just bringing them back slightly. Just to bring that lovely. Let me just, where did it go? 1, 2, place one here. I always think it's nice to have a bit of colour around the edge. And it doesn't make it look like you've got a frame just of greenery. Like a picture frame. Unless if that's the sort of look that you're intending to create. I think it looks quite nice just to intertwine it. I'll do another one around here. Just bend it down. I've got one left. I may put that just slightly up there. Just behind where I'm going to attach the big bow. Again, I've not attached that yet. And then the Queen Anne's lace, where I'd like to bring it around here. I'm just going to place it in one around there, one around there, one around there. And then one down here. So let me just have a quick look at that. Yeah. And then we're going to put the honesty in, and then I am going to fill it with filler foliage. Again, I want more. I don't want a lot of floral in like I'd usually do. You know, or I want it more of a slightly more, a bit more minimal. And then the last one. So that is with our Queen Anne's lace. Now I'm going to place in, I forgot I've got things down here, haven't I? Well, let's see what we can do just without. How long do I need these? Right, I'm going to just bring those in and around as well. So let's get this one as well. Let's cut these prongs off. One, two, three, 4, 5. Let's try 5 for now. Okay, let me just turn it around to see where I'm going to place. I think. Again, I don't want these at the back. I want to bring these slightly forward to, again, join in with the foliage and the flowers. I'll show you what I've done. Just brought them here, just hanging loose because they are floppy. That's the way they are in real life. So I'm just going to bring these in. If I need to cut more, I'll cut some more. And just bring them slightly forward if you wish, to give that different texture. Again, I'm not putting these in any particular order. It's just where I feel that I think they may need to go. One definitely here. And I need one around here. Let me just get, it's very hard to bend the stem, it's quite tough. I think we may need a couple of 1 or 2 more. I want one here. I think we need one there. Let's just have a look. Right, let me take now this bow off. And now I can see where I can now go with my filler. So now I've got that, I'll get my filler. Let's have a look what this one looks like. Yeah, that's pretty. I'm going to do a mixture. See, I have got do I add the eucalypt? Some of that in. Maybe. Don't want no more daisies. Do I add in eucalyptus? No. I'm not going to get anything else. I'm just, like I say, I'm going to stick with what I've got today. So I'm going to do a bit of each. So what I'm going to do with the filler now is go on the inside. Like that. There's one behind here for the bow, so it's got something at the top. I don't know why that's come off. And then I'm forming the triangle with those. Hope you can see, I feel like I'm sliding away again. Let's get some of our salon. I'm going to place one behind this little bow here. Oh, that's come off from somewhere. You know, you'll see glue on me maybe, guys. It's attached to my ring. I never know how it gets there when I'm using my fingertips. So as you can see, again, I'm just going in near the centre with the bigger leaf filler. so I won't be using tiny ones and end up having to use more of them. Now I'll add a bit of bay leaf in as well to also give it a different, another different filler, not just the same. So let's add our bay leaves. You can see, add all of these. I'm going to cut them all down. And then I can place them in now they're cut. Again, add different ones in to give it a different texture, so it's not all the same. Again, my saying is so it doesn't look like you've got a ring of the same thing. That's why I like to add in flowers around the side as well. I'm going to place one up there either side. Again, even though the bow is going here, you always place things behind the bow. Right, let's have a look. Let's straighten this one up. Get the glue off my fingernails. I think with these I'm going to leave these at the length that they are at. Now I'm going to just do that on those because they fray. I usually get the lighter on and just slightly burn it to stop it in case it frays, but I can do that after. Just make that one slightly shorter. Right, before I go any further now, I'm going to attach our other bow. I've left a space at the top. At the back here, I've left a space for it to go through. Let me just take it off, guys. I usually usually like to put the bow on first, but I wanted to see how much room I was going to... Oh, come on. How much I was going to use. And this is why I like to put the bow on usually first. But sometimes the bow tends to look like it's sunken in your arrangement when it's put on first, because you don't tend to realise how big you're going to go. With your bow. So I'm just twisting it, cutting that bit off, and then bending it back inside the wreath. Just place it back on. Just caught on that flower. So now I don't want these this long either. I'm going to start by having them there. Again, I'd rather have my ribbons or my, you know, my tail ends longer than I need them to maybe need them, because then at least I know I've got enough long tail ends to actually decide on the length after. Because if I cut them slightly too short, I'd probably get angry with myself, and hence the reason you may end up having to do another bow. So I know it's a little bit of wastage, guys, but wouldn't you rather just have it done, you know, just waste a little bit than having to redo it? It's just my philosophy, I guess, or so-called philosophy. So I don't know, that one looks like it's hiding. So they may have to come a bit shorter because it's hiding the bow on the bottom, and I don't want that. Looks better. Let me just see. I love this frayed one because it curls lovely and makes beautiful ringlets. So that's now the bow attached. So now I can still see bits what need filling. So personally, look, they attach themselves. Oh, where's it got? There. Let's put those around a band. So they don't go fast. So now personally, I think it's needed. All oddments of these are needed to be dotted around. With it having white, it'll set it off beautiful. So I'm going to get them all, and now I'm just going to dot them around. By looking at the side, I can see gaps, so I'm going to now fill in. This is my filler foliage, and again, as I look through the side view, I can see where things need to be. And it doesn't matter how much of this you put in. Again, I could get the green one out and add in the green. Let's just get that one out ready. So I could just, again, snip this off. These aren't push-ups, so I could cut these into 2 or thirds. It's entirely the decision, and go a bit slightly deeper with these than the white. We'll straighten that bow up, guys. I just want to get let me just go around with the white to start with and just fill it all in. So let me just bring some around here. Oops, sliding. Right, there's a lot of space here, so this really needs filling up. Let me get some of that green. I'm going to cut bits off. And again, I could even I've done this before as well. Get the eucalyptus scenario, push it up like that, and you'll see the effect it has. It covers your grapevine. What's over in here? You could even cut the white one down as well. But I wanted the white one slightly sticking up, or out, should I say. can just go. See, there's some gaps here. I'm going to place all of these last 3 in. And then I'm going to start, put a few more white ones around here, and then I'm going to use the eucalyptus and place that in as a filler as well. So where did we get to around here? It. This is where it's following me from the glue pan, and stick it to my ring. Okay. Oh, I can't get it off. Right, let's just get some of these. I don't need too many. See, we're just through there. Right. Just Right, let me just come and stand and have a look. Right, something's not right around here. I know what it is, I think. Let's just have another look. Bear with me a moment, guys. I've just spotted something. Let me just turn it towards me. There. Let's just place it there while I turn it around. I could see through. Just have a look. It's better. Right, so that's our project for today, guys. Where we've done a sunflower cut, spring, summer, I guess, because sunflowers are usually a summery flower. So, and that's what we've created today. Or you could just have it as a spring one, really, because it's still as pretty. And we've used more foliage than we have with the floral. That was my plan, to show you that it's not always just floral that you need to focus on, and you know, to make it something that's so beautiful. It can also just be the odd floral and a lot of foliage. So I think that we've managed to do, oh, these rubber bands are rubbish. We've managed to achieve that, to make it look nice, bright, with a beautiful bow. Even though I do like putting my bows on, you know, first, I wanted to keep the bow off, because I know sometimes when you're placing a lot of foliage in, and then you with your bow on already, it can countersink itself, and then you lose that fluffiness of your bow, and you lose, you know, the beauty of it, so to speak. Not in a horrible way, just that you lose the fullness. That's what I'm trying to say, which is you know, what we don't want. So we've tried to keep that by leaving the bow out till slightly later on, and that's what I think what we've achieved, that the bow looks nice and fluffy and beautiful. So guys, if you enjoyed that, and you've got a wreath that you'd like to do with something along those lines, not too much in it, just something minimal, quite minimal. Well, I think it's minimal to me. You might think You may think it's quite busy, but to me it's quite minimal than what I usually do. But then again, I don't know. Looking at it with all the different elements, it may be a bit full. I don't know. I don't know. I think I should have left this bow personally till the end and put that on just like I did that, because that's what I mean by placing the bows on, not everything, just some things first, and then you work around it. You tend to go slightly over the bow, so it looks like the bow's sinking. So hence the reason I left this till last, well, near the end, and placed it later, so it didn't do that, and it hasn't. But I put that on at an earlier stage, and it has done it. So I might need to remove that and bring it back out and replace it. But that's what I mean by, if you can, sometimes on things you place your bow too early and work around the bow. That's what, you know, could, not always, but could happen depending on how you know, your signature style is. And I like big, so it would happen to me because I like big. And it has happened. So at least I've shown you what, as well, at the same time, what could happen, you know, if you place a bow on first, knowing you're putting a lot of elements in. It looks like it's sunk. So I will alter that, guys. So again, I hope you had a great time. I hope the bow tutorial was of some help, Carol. And I hope you all enjoyed this video as well. So, you know, please subscribe and share and give us a thumbs up, and, you know, or even send me a little comment and tell me what you think. I'm open to all comments, me. I don't, you know, I had a young gentleman give me a bit of advice on what he thought about one of my arrangements. And fortunately, I agreed with him because I took it apart. The one with the little bunny ears that my friend made me the bow, I've taken it apart. It was bothering me. So it just wasn't right. You know, there was too much. It needed to be slightly more minimal, and I overloaded it to the point where you could barely see it was a bunny apart from the ears. So fortunately, the young gentleman had got a great eye and noticed what I noticed as well. So and he let me know. And again, I don't take offence by things like that. I'm a professional florist. I've been doing it years. I make mistakes, but I do recognise when I have made a mistake. So again, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. Give it a go, and maybe not in this sort of colour or these type of ribbons. Maybe if you want to do it as something really bright and sunny, you know, or something slightly richer in colour, feel free. You know, that rich colour would be lovely. You know, or just something pastel or something neutral. Anything, guys. I'm sure, you know, all your work will be fantastic because you're fantastic people. Keep creating. You're doing a fabulous job, and have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. And all the best. Oh, I'll do a little close-up for you guys, because I think I've got into the groove of doing a close-up. So I'll just do a little close-up for you. So to have a wonderful day. I'll say my bye-byes now. Take care. Bye-bye. Right, let's see if I can get this off in good spirits. Oh, not bad. Not bad, may I say. Right, I'll just bring it around here a moment, guys, so I can get in position. Let's just show that sunflower. There's a beautiful sunflower. Isn't that pretty? There's your little daisies, what one I've placed in the centre. Your Queen Anne's lace, or your little baby carnation. And you're coming down on these white little bits, and I forget that what they're called. I just call them filler foliage because I can't remember the name. And then your long-stemmed willow, your short-stemmed willow here, and your ficus, your Boston fern, your Himalayan maidenhair fern, your boxwood. I can't remember what. Oh, we put the bay leaves in. We also put, I can't remember the name of those. We'll place those in, and our salal there as well. And then we placed in these, what we call, some people call them the money plant, what they're called honesty. And then our daisies, our bigger daisies, oh, there's one, our bigger daisies as well. And then our ribbon, as you can see, the one with the daisies on. And then our deco web ribbon, and our hessian, and then our little gold ribbon here with the phrase along the side. So again, I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and I hope you give it a go and have a great time doing it and have fun. So all the best, have a wonderful day, and keep creating. Bye.